Men are going their own way. This is not a rebellion or a mere fad. It is a phenomenon that has been steadily increasing in prevalence. Around us, we women are growing conscious of this shift. Men, the resilient half of our society, the pillars supporting our collective existence, are making a conscious and autonomous choice to navigate life in their own terms. This decision didn't happen overnight. It is an outcome of various multifaceted factors, a result of a multitude of causes. But the common thread among all these causes is a reaction to how men are treated, or in many cases mistreated, in society. When we delve further into the depths of human psyche, when we dissect the intricate societal dynamics at play, it becomes evident that this shift doesn't favor us, the women. We are left contemplating, left mourning the loss of an equilibrium, left grappling with the implications of this societal shift. This shift doesn't merely hurt us, the women, but it disturbs the balance of the entire societal structure. The dynamics of relationships, of communities, of familial hierarchies, they are all becoming skewed, with men choosing to carve their own path, often away from the traditional roles and expectations. There's expectations. There's a significant population of men, and their numbers are not insignificant, who are making this choice. They are consciously opting to withdraw from the norm, to distance themselves from women, from relationships, and from the stress that these ties inevitably bring. The strain of these conventional roles, the pressure of expectation, the weight of responsibility is increasingly becoming intolerable, even unbearable for them. They've had enough of the emotional turmoil, the thankless expectations, and the perceived injustices. It's most noticeable among modern Western women, women who have embraced their independence, who cherish their autonomy. But in this journey towards self-sufficiency, we may have lost sight of a crucial equilibrium. We may have pushed men away, not realizing that in a balanced society, we need them. We need men. We need their strength, their wisdom, their fortitude. But the narrative of our modern society has been increasingly about negating the role of men. Men are constantly being their masculine traits are not only unneeded but unwanted. They hear terms like toxic masculinity. They are labeled as creepy or useless. These narratives, these damaging stereotypes, have taken a heavy toll on men. Men who were once proud, once valued, are now left questioning their worth. They are left wondering why they allow us, women, to treat them as we do. But mankind is resilient, adaptable, and ever-evolving. Men are learning, growing, and changing with times. They are learning that perhaps they are happier alone, unencumbered by societal roles and expectations. Men are learning they are happier alone. This new reality, this new normal, is unsettling for us. Men are going their own way, leaving us to ponder, us to reassess, leaving us to reflect upon the dynamics we have set into motion. We are left with a deep sense of introspection. We are tasked with the responsibility to understand this shift and respond with empathy and understanding. We must reevaluate our perceptions and assumptions about men and their role in our society. We must learn to appreciate their diversity, their individuality, and their autonomy. Men are going their own way. They are carving out a new path, a new narrative for themselves, leaving us women to ponder the dynamics we have set into motion. It has been made quite clear that something has to change. The dynamics of gender roles in society are shifting monumentally, with more and more men packing up their belongings and heading to places where they feel they are treated with a greater level of respect, a level of respect that they believe is due to them. These men are seeking out women who embody what society has come to refer to as respectable femininity. Women, they argue, that take delight in the traditional way of life, a life where roles are clearly defined, where expectations are set, and where everyone knows their place. Yet it's not just about the women they're seeking out, it's about the treatment they're running away from. These men express feeling undervalued and underappreciated, despite what they perceive as their attempts to provide for and accommodate the demands of the women in their lives. They say they have given women everything they wanted: equality, the right to equal pay for the same work, and more. They state they have awarded women an equal voice in the running of their homes, their families, and their communities. And yet, they say, this hasn't been enough. They claim that in spite of all this, they are still being shamed, still being blamed, and still being held as the culprits of every problem. One can't help but stop and ponder over this bitter feeling of resentment that is growing. It seems like there's a lot of thinking to do, a lot of understanding to be had, and a lot of bridges to be built. The statistics are alarming, with the number of good men leaving our communities in record numbers, the likes of which we have never seen before. These men, who were once pillars of our society, are leaving behind spaces that are begging to be filled. The men who remain behind, those who choose to stay, are showing clear signs of frustration and a profound lack of interest. They are growing tired of the games, the arguments, and the constant tug of war. They're slowly, but surely, losing interest in participating in these debates. It's not just about the men, though, it's about us women too. It's about understanding ourselves, respecting ourselves, and standing up for ourselves. It's about setting standards for how we wish to be treated and not settling for anything less. It's about self-love and self-acceptance. Respect yourself, my sisters. This may not be the end-all, be-all solution to our problems, but it's certainly a good place to start.